Welcome to the NRL previews for round 9 of the 2024 season. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by The Source, Josh Mansour. We're unpacking all the games this weekend and we start at the Brookvale Fortress with Manly hosting the Raiders on Friday night. Let's look at Manly first. We've been speaking all about their fast starts, their new fast starts that we've been seeing all season, but I'd really love you to dive into their attacking shape that they've been doing.
Well, it has to be the inclusion of Luke Brooks for me. Obviously offering a left foot kicker. I know you've got DC on the right side with the right foot kicker, adds a lot of dimension to the attack and their kicking game. Also, you've got like the reliability that DC can offload that pressure off his shoulders to Luke Brooks confidently, knowing he can steer the ship down that left channel. So for me, it's been a great harmony between the two, and they're definitely complementing each other in my eyes.
Because you were speaking about how they can both sort of lead both sides of the field, really, wasn't it?
Well, Luke Brooks was predominantly a halfback out of the West Tigers, and he was the main guy there steering the ship. So, you know, having Luke Brooks there is a luxury to have. So if DCE was to miss out that week through suspension, I had no dramas with Luke Brooks steering the ship, definitely.
Yeah, but he's not. He's back. He beat it. So
massive inclusion, and I know Manly aren't sweating any more over that one.
All right, well, let's move on to the Raiders, who are sweating a little bit more over this one. It's the first time they've returned to Four Pines Park since 2021, where they collected the 2 points, but it was during the COVID bubble, so there was no crowds. They didn't get the full Fortress vibe. Very different side this year, and Ricky has said he's had to bleed a lot of really young, new talent before he thought he was going to have to do that. He's brought Nick Kotrick back into the side to come into this game, and then add to that Elliot Whitehead returning from injury as well too. Where do you see the other changes? I mean, there's quite a few across the lineup. Yeah,
well, he's rolled dice on a few positional changes. Well, Albert Hopewadi playing a fullback, I feel like he's a tackle-breaking winger. I didn't really think he had, the ball silky skills as a traditional fullback does. And it'll be interesting to see if he can cover as much ground as Jordan Rapana has. Also with Nick Kotrick, he's been, sitting reserve grade with the expense of Schiller on the wing. He's been playing outstanding. But for me, the biggest one is Kale Weeks. For me, he's a fullback, and I've seen it happen before when Matt Moreland had to transition into the halves, and it's a bit of a slow-building process, if I want to be honest. And, last week was a bit of a reality check for the Canberra Raiders. It's hard to be not overly critical of their performance, because individually, I feel like no one was definitely at their best last week.
And you heard Tarpanay at the press conference. He put his hand up. He said even my individual performance was below par for what I expect as well too. So it's really hard to sort of make any other judgments.
Well, I feel like accountability is the first step, right? And you see the stats as well. 64 missed tackles. That's a sign that to me that they didn't play as a team, and very disjointed. Hopefully, they can put it together this week.
All right. Well, how do you see this playing out at the Fortress, Manly, Friday night?
You said it yourself. The Fortress. I feel like at the moment Canberra Raiders in a bit of a purple patch. A bit of an awkward spot at the moment with the injuries, and I have to say Manly Sea Eagles.
All right, Manly Sea Eagles. I think is that like the Sea Eagles?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Josh. If you want to see this match live, head to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game at Brookie, though, remember you can watch it across Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or Kayo. Kick-off is at 6 p.m.